Yes, dear learners, once again, TEB Talks Education. Let us proceed this time with biology, advanced biology. And of course, you still recall that previously we talked about the sources of genetic variation or the causes of genetic variation. And even now, we are still going to proceed with the sources or the causes of genetic variation, and in particular, random fusion of gametes. So previously, we looked at how crossing over and then independent assortment leads to variation in organisms. So now, our major concern today is how random fusion of gametes cause variation in organisms. Now, you'll come to realize that during sexual reproduction, what happens is that the male gamete and the female gamete randomly fuse together. In other words, when we say they randomly fuse, then we mean that any male gamete is potentially capable to fuse with any female gamete. And so now, their fusion leads to what we call mixing of genes. And the mixing of genes leads to new gene combinations or the new allele combinations within the offspring, and therefore leading to offspring which have phenotypes or which have characteristics which are different from those of the parents, what we call random fusion of gametes. So we are saying that fusion of gametes or random fusion of gametes, random fusion of gametes, during sexual reproduction, during sexual reproduction, the fusion fuse and their fusion is random, but this occurs during sexual reproduction. So any male gamete is potentially capable of fusing with any female gamete, potentially capable of fusing with any female gamete, leading to mixing of genes, mixing of parental genes, mixing of parental genes, which lead to new allele combinations, new allele or gene combinations, new allele or gene combinations, leading to production leading to production of recombinant offspring. Recombinant offspring. Recombinant offspring. Those are offspring which have characteristics different from those of the parents. So write in brackets that offspring that have phenotypes or characteristics different from those of the parents, So, dear scholars, that is what is happening. We are looking at how random fertilization leads to variation. First of all, as elaborated on the board, we are saying that the random fusion of gametes occurs during sexual reproduction. So that is what is happening. It occurs during sexual reproduction. That is one. Then two, fertilization here, or fusion of gametes being random, meaning that any male gamete is potentially capable of fusing with any female gamete. So that is what is happening here. And so leading to mixing of parental genes as indicated on the board, which lead to new allele or gene combinations, leading to production of recombinant offspring. And so we are saying that those are offspring that have phenotypes or characteristics different from those of the parents. So that is how random fertilization or random fusion of gametes lead to what we call variation in organisms. So there is nothing other than that. So that is what happens. Let us meet in the next episode when we shall be looking at how mutation causes variation in organisms.